our seat. Gotcha. Time now for the national anthem. If everybody will stand, gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem by our own RHS band.
Back at Rochester High School, time now for the starting lineups. First for the 8 and 11 Peru Tigers. At one guard will be a 6-foot junior, Jeremiah Johnson. At a second guard will be a 5'11 freshman, Dante Majors. At the third guard will be a 6'3 senior, Bailey Gardner. At one forward, a 6'1 senior, Christian Howe. And the other forward will be 6'3 senior, Jonah Lester. Peru coach by Mr. Eric Thompson. For the Rochester Zebras at one guard will be a 5'9 senior, Jacob Nye. And the other guard will be a 6'3 junior, Jordan Reinhold. At one forward, a 6'5 junior, Austin Utter. The second forward, 6'2 sophomore, Brady Perez. And the third forward tonight will be 6'3 senior, Ben Perez. Rochester coach by Mr. Rex Reinhold. Final game of the conference portion of the season stage. You got one more game here at home with Covenant Christian. To round off the regular season, it's senior night, and then we turn our thoughts to the postseason.
Yeah, and you're right. I heard that comment you said about how many road games it does. It just feels like an inordinate amount of away games the guys have had this year, and always feels good to be back home and a little bit of a homestand because, you know, you got tonight, and, of course, like you said, you got Tuesday. So just good to be back home. Nice Friday crowd. Kind of get back in that normal routine of Friday night guys basketball. Let's continue to build. Continue to work on that offense, continue to get healthy, get some defensive stops. This is a very athletic Peru team.
Oh, boy.
Watching them on film with the guys a little bit this week in class and getting the ball up and down the floor in a hurry. They're not going to want to walk the ball up and down the floor, which means transition defense for the Zebras and taking care of boards are going to be really big, just as we talked about last Friday, a Wabash team that kind of want to get the ball out and go. Very similar here, but with bigger size and better athletes.
I was going to say,
last Friday.
if there's ever a game that you want to control tempo, tonight's the night.
Yeah, and you saw that against the Academy, too, another team. So the Zebras have had some big challenges, some good teams, and hopefully these lessons can start paying off here this last week of the season.
Lester and Brady Perez to jump center. Rochester will go to our left in their home whites. Peru in the road blacks. Tony Stasiak. I'm David Musselman. Tip is up and controlled by the Tigers. Gardner on the right wing. Quickly to Howe. Howe back to Gardner. Rochester starts in a man-to-man defense. Now the point guard, Jeremiah Johnson, at the top of the key. Left side to Majors. Dribbles to the near side to Howe. Back to Johnson. Dribbles to his left a couple of times. Cut off by the double team. Picks up his dribble. Back quickly left side to wide open Gardner. He'll fire a three from the left wing. No good. Offensive rebound to Majors. Kicks it out to Howe. Fakes a shot. Drives in the paint. Kicks it back out to Johnson. And Rochester resets. Makes that to Majors.
You can tell they're getting a lot of attention on Johnson. He's been double teamed both times he's had the ball.
Great pick and roll that time between Johnson and Lester. Make that Gardner and Lester. And Lester puts it in for two with 45 seconds gone here in the first quarter. Peru up. Jordan Reinhold on the right wing. Inside the arc, now back outside the three-point line and throws it away. Picks it up to Howe. Howe will go coast to coast. His layup is good, and it's 4-0 Peru.
Two things right away, an offensive rebound last possession and the turnover leading to a layup this possession. Those are two things Zebras can't afford.
That's exactly what Coach Reinhold said. We got to keep them off the offensive glass. They're really good at getting second and third opportunities. Ben Perez gets an entry pass from Brady Perez and puts it in for two. 6:40 to play in the first quarter. Peru quickly down the floor. Three-point bomb by Gardner's off the back of the rim, but an offensive rebound to Johnson. Johnson, leader on the way off the glass, is no good. And Peru with, again, an offensive rebound. Johnson, his jumper is no good, but we're going to have a foul on the putback. Is that going to be on Peru? It is. But stays.
Yeah.
How many looks they have on that trip?
Rebounds just on that trip. That's Zebra, and they're playing man-to-man, like we've said before. That's the frustrating thing where, you're playing man-to-man there. Now they are doubling and rotating over on Johnson, which makes it tough because you got to rotate back out of that help and block somebody out. But Zebra's got to do a lot better job on that.
6:20 to play, first quarter. Rochester with the basketball. Brady Perez, right wing pass to Nye. Out of Utter, and we're going to reach in foul on the freshman Majors. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester with 6:16 to play in the first quarter. Peru up 4-2.
Another thing Zebras have done a better job lately is get to the free throw line. We saw that. It was very important last Friday against Wabash, and they got to the line last couple games as well. Got to continue to attack the basket in that dribble drive offense and get to the rim and get some post feeds as well.
Brady Perez on the left wing against the man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Gives to Reinhold, top of the key. Jordan drifts to his right. Gives him the corner. Pass is knocked out of bounds by Peru. And it'll stay with Rochester right in front of the student body going to our left. I tell you what, Peru is quick. Their first five is playing pretty good defense at this point, 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Zebra's going to have to be really fundamental. Bounce passes, be strong with your pass. You can't make lazy floaters against this defense because they're smelling turnovers because they want layups.
Right. Nye, right wing pass to Reinhold, quickly for three, in and out, no good. And we're going to have a defensive rebound by Howe and the Tigers. Howe, left side of the floor, pushes for the Tigers on the left wing. Hesitates, now accelerates to the baseline. Pull-up jumper from 15 feet off the back of the rim, no good. Jacob Nye with the board, and clears out to Ben Perez. Ben Perez, right-handed layup on the way is good, and we're tied at 4.
Ben Perez had a series of really strong games, double-doubles almost night in, night out. Good to see him get started, 4 earlier points.
He leaked out on that shot, and Rochester took advantage of it. It's tied at 4. Majors high on the left side. Now right side to Johnson. He travels, no call. Behind the arc, he'll fire a three right in Reinhold's face. No good. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan rips and runs, and he has his pass picked off by Johnson, who had it over and back and no call. His layup on the way is good. A foul.
And the worst kind of foul because you give up, you didn't foul him enough to harm the shot. So you get the layup, you get a foul, and he's going to the free throw line.
Johnson picked off that pass. Momentum carried him on Rochester's side of the 10-second line. That's over and back, yes?
Saying he didn't have possession as he went over.
Okay.
I guess. That would be probably my explanation, but what do I know? Jordan picks up his first. Johnson goes to the free throw line first time tonight.
Yep, lefty puts it in for the three-point play, and it's 7-4 Rochester with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Brady Perez high on the left side. The Reinhold swings right wing denied. Lob pass down low to Utter. Utter on the blocks, gives to Brady Perez. Three from the right baseline is good, and we're tied at 7.
Brady's also picked up his scoring here lately, and that's good to see him get going from 3.
4:45 to play first quarter. We're tied at 7. Johnson crossover dribble against Reinhold. Takes him to the free throw line outside to Majors. Left wing, now top of the key, and here comes a half-court trap. Majors dribbles away from the double team. Gives down low to Howe. Howe on the block, in the lane. And we're going to have a travel whistle against Gardner as he's going to make that Lester go to the basket. It'll go back to Rochester.
All Zebra fans holding their breath, thinking that might have been the foul on Brady. And I think Brady thought it was on him, too, when the whistle blew. But fortunately for the Zebras, it's travel.
Rochester yet to lead here in this game. 4.5 to play first quarter. We're tied at 7. Reinhold against Gardner. Crossover dribble. Nice move to the left elbow. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Brady Perez. Down to Reinhold. Jordan in the paint. Dumped down low to Ben. His jumper's good. And Rochester up 9-7.
Peru's in a little bit of a matchup zone. It's a lot of man-to-man principles, but they're more guarding an area than a man-to-man, and it looks a little bit like a 2-3 matchup, and Ben can do some work on the blocks because he's getting matched up with some guards when they switch those screens cutting through, too.
And on the shot, Gardner's fouled, and he puts it in for 2. Coach Reinhold saying on the floor, but Gardner seriously got the continuation benefit, and he got it to go, so a 3-point opportunity coming for the Peru Tigers.
And he called it on Jordan. That would be his second.
Oh.
Trying to.
Correction on the foul. Number 3, Leonard.
His first.
All right. End of the game for Peru comes Fuller and Crowell.
Austin Utter picks up the foul, so Jordan does not have his second. Utter and Reinhold have one each, but they did count the bucket good. So Peru leads 9-7. Nope, 9-9 tied.
Free throw for Gardner on the way is good.
Now Peru leads.
Yeah, there you go. 10-9. Peru with the lead. Rochester with the basketball. Reinhold top of the key against the man-to-man defense. Picks up his dribble in the center circle. And we're going to have a Rochester 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester congratulates all of our local sports teams on another great season. Your hard work and dedication has made us all proud. We wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the postseason tournaments. Drive home a victory for your community. We are behind you here at Shepherd's.
After the 30-second timeout, it'll be Zebra Basketball at the timeline going to our left. Nye will look to trigger it in. Nye gets it into Brady Perez. And Brady will run the point for the Zebras. He'll walk it through the center circle, and he'll work against Gardner. Takes him to the right wing. Baseline to Nye. Nye against Johnson. Gives to Reinhold with the right elbow. Outside to Nye, and he can't save him going out of bounds. He'll go back to the Tigers. And that's going to send Coach Reinhold to the bench quickly and bring in Zach DeShawn and also Corbin Wood.
Another good note from Val. Of course, getting a little help from the Peru guys beside him, but John Garrett's in attendance tonight.
Yeah, good call.
Rochester resident, but great Indiana All-Star at Peru High School. When he graduated, was the all-time leading scorer at Purdue, and then at Peru, and has since been passed by Kyle Mason.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair record holder. Yeah, John Garrett played at Peru as well.
Yep.
Or Purdue, I should
yeah.
say. Yeah. We're going to have a reach-in foul on Johnson, I believe, as Wood just ripped it away from him. So it'll go back to Rochester after the Peru turnover. My dad, who went to North Miami, played against Garrett, and I hear some war stories.
I bet he was not
that
fun
matchup
to play against.
No. 3.5 to play first quarter. Peru up 10-9.
Which, by the way, I know you're a Bill Walton fan. Just got done reading Bill Walton's book.
Not at all.
It's really good. You want to check it out. You'll enjoy it. Because I know how much you enjoy.
I mean, if he talked about basketball and maybe his experiences, maybe. But that cat goes off on a tangent during the game, and you don't know what he's talking about by the end. Good heavens. Backdoor to Deshaun. Knocked away. Ball loose. Picked up by the Zebras. Now Brady Perez. Brady at the elbow. Out to Utter. Takes it 3. Drives it to the baseline. He's got to get rid of it before the 5-second count. Just does to Corbin Wood. Wood now in the paint. Goes to the basket. Kicks it out to Utter. Top of the key. 2.5 to play. Make that 2:50 to play in the first quarter. Peru by 1. Then Perez backs it down low to Deshaun. Deshaun kicks it out to Utter. Utter on the left wing for the Zebras. Rochester's had this ball here with about 30 to 45 seconds. And then just about throws out of bounds. It uttered that Sean saves him going there. Brady Perez now holds in the right corner. Over the top to Wood. Quickly down low to Ben Perez. Ben has his pocket picked. Ball loose on the floor. Peru picks it up. Majors will go coast to coast. His layup is good and a foul. This will be the third three-point opportunity for the Peru Tigers in this quarter.
Yeah. And they've hit their free throw on the first 2 opportunities as well. And that foul is going to be on,
I think it's going to be a Corbin Wood.
Corbin Wood. Yep. His first, team's third.
Johnson for Peru comes back into the game. Majors at the line for 1 for the Tigers.
All 5 starters have scored for Peru.
And I believe they're 3 of 3 from the line. It's 13-9.
You'd be right.
Deshaun runs the point for the Zebras as Jordan Reinhold will come back into the game for Rochester. Deshaun against a man-to-man defense over the top to Brady Perez. Brady against Majors. Feeds down low to Ben. Ball knocked away. Picked up by Crow and the Tigers. Peru crosses the timeline. In the paint. Goes to the basket. Layup is no good. Good rebound by Wood. And now Corbin slows up, and he'll walk it through the center circle. 13-9 Peru. 1:50 to play in the first quarter. 3 from Brady Perez off the back of the rim. No good. Ball being tipped around. Peru comes out of there with it. Brady Perez is going to pick up the foul.
One of those, maybe a little frustration. He had a good look at a three, missed it, trying to make that extra effort play, and ends up picking up a cheap foul, but only his first, team's fourth.
Hey, Dan Clark. Dan Clark's wrestling tonight in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I haven't heard how he's doing yet, but we want to wish him luck.
Sure. He'll be... Okay. Val says they're at 152. He's in the heavyweight, so.
Okay.
Yeah, best of luck to Dan.
Johnson, wide open three, left wing. Air ball, rebound by Deshaun. And then Peru sets up the press off the miss. Deshaun pushes up the floor, right in the middle of the floor, and gets away with a carry. Out to Reinhold. Jordan backs it out behind the three-point line on the right elbow, or the right baseline, I should say. Now to Brady Perez on the left wing. Brady back to Deshaun, and he travels going to the basket.
Yeah.
Nye comes back into the game. Brady Perez will have a seat for the Zebras. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk to Rochester assistant swim coach Kevin Reedy about the guys swimming yesterday at the sectional and several going on to tomorrow in the final round.
Yeah, one more guy swimmer made it to Saturday than the girls, and we know what kind of sectional the girls ended up with.
Right.
So, yeah, great, as usual, these last few years. This has been a heck of a run by the swim team. Coach Stephanie Brown and Coach Reedy and all the assistants doing just a tremendous job with that program.
Yep.
And Dr. Feldman's played a big part in some of the conditioning of that as well. So
Johnson, layup, good.
Pretty balanced scoring. He leads the Tigers in scoring at 5, and they got 15 as a team. As I said, all 5 starters have scored.
6-point lead for the Tigers with the first quarter ticking away. Corbin Wood against Johnson. Takes him to the right elbow. High pass to Nye. Nye on the right baseline, cut off by the defense. Got to get rid of it before the 5-second count, and just does it to Sean, and we're going to have a reach-in foul. I believe that's going to be whistled against Gardner for the Tigers.
This is one of those where it's a pressure defense, but it's not a pressure or trap. They're just pressuring passing lanes. They're denying. They're up in the passing lane. They're denying. They're contesting all passes, and Zebras are pretty uncomfortable against this. Sometimes you can get pressure without pressing, and this is an example of that. Just really strong half-court defense.
Baseline right is Jordan Reinhold with 40.6 to play in the first quarter. Reinhold over the top to Liam Leininger, who's in the game for the first time for the Zebras. Leininger goes to the right wing to Deshaun, now to Reinhold on the right side. Reinhold, crossover dribble, goes to the right elbow. Kicks it out to Leininger. Liam against Howe. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers with 22 seconds. To Nye, 3, left wing, is good! Rochester cuts the lead to 3 at 15-12. 15 seconds to play first quarter.
Nice look by Nye. Good skip pass by Leininger as well.
Patience pays off there. Gardner for 3, right wing. Nope. And the rebound to Ben Perez with 6.
Go.
Leininger now with 4. Leininger with 2. Deshaun with 1. The jumper to buzzers off the back of the rim. No good. After 1, Peru leads 15-12. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Martial arts have been around for thousands of years. From the King's Royal Guard to the individual, these ancient self-defense techniques have been passed down for generations. Master instructor Dave Colger prides himself on teaching the principles and tenets of Taekwondo, the art of kicking and punching. Honor, integrity, and perseverance are just a few of these tenets. Learn from those who know. Blue Dragon Taekwondo.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
It'll be Rochester basketball to start. Going to our left, Tony Stasiak. I'm David Musselman.
Yeah, Zebra's talking about how you're going to combat that pressure defense without pressing. Like I said, maybe some back cuts. You're going to have to screen. You're going to have to space the floor a little bit better. And you're going to have to make stronger passes.
Right.
To adjust to this pressure man. Southwood 20, Northfield 20, end of the first quarter.
Wow. High scoring first quarter. Leininger kicks it out to Reinhold. Jordan on the elbow. Leaner on the left against the defense is no good. Gardner grabs a board from Peru and pushes ahead to Johnson. Johnson, right side of the floor, crossover dribble. Nice move. Outside to Lester. Lester in the paint. Leaner on the way. Good. Leininger was there to take the charge. No call.
Ben Perez out of the lineup. Zebras going very small. Basically 5 guards, even though Utter's got some length to him, but essentially 5 guards on the floor for the Zebras. Rebounding is going to be a premium.
Yeah. Struggled in the first quarter.
Yep.
Did the Zebras. 5-point lead for the Peru Tigers. 7:15 to play in the first half. Utter behind the arc on the right side. Looks backdoor to Nye. Can't find him. Now has him in the corner. Now Nye runs the baseline. Kicks it out to Deshaun. A 3 left wing on the way for the Zebras is no good. And the rebound defensively for the Tigers. Mosier quickly to Johnson. Johnson will go to the basket. His left-handed layup is good. Makes it look easy.
Yeah, especially being left-handed. You're not used to guarding a left-handed dribbler, and he just went right through the paint fairly easily that time.
7-point lead for the Tigers at 19-12. Brady Perez will come in the next dead ball. Reinhold going to be called for travel.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to let you think about it a little bit. I'm going to give you 2 teams. You had to pick 2 teams to win the national championship this year. Who are they going to be? I don't need to know now. I got a feeling I know one of them.
You do?
I just have a feeling. UConn is not I mean, you can't pick UConn, but the women's not in the guys' tournament. The putback by Peru is good, and Leicester has 2, and Rochester will take another 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are the other guys offering you less than you expect for your trade-in? At Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, they trade your way, offering you top dollar for your trade-in vehicle. Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd's prides themselves on giving you the highest amount possible for your trade. If someone is giving you less than you expect, come out to Shepherd's and give them the opportunity to find a deal that works for you. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way.
.6:26 to play in the first half. Peru now up by 9 at 21-12, and a lot of these point stays coming from 5 foot in.
Yeah, they're getting second chance opportunities. They're getting fast break opportunities off turnovers, off rebounds that they're pushing up the floor. Zebras just aren't really comfortable. And like I said, you can get pressure without pressing. Zebras are just not really comfortable facing this aggressive half-court man-to-man defense of Peru.
Reinhold to get it inbounds, and he turns it over. Picked up by Lester. Lester will go coast to coast. He's in the paint. He goes to the basket. His shot off the glass is good. And it's 23-12 after another forced turnover by the Peru Tigers.
Lester now leading scorer in the game with 8.
Nia high on the left side against Johnson. Cross court to Brady Perez. 3, right baseline. In and out, no good. And the rebound to Peru. Majors pushes for the Tigers. Now to Johnson. Johnson out to Lester. 3 on the way is off the back of the rim. No good. Nia with the rebound. Actually, that was a Gardner with a 3, but same result. 9 out of Reinhold. Jordan, spinner, goes to the glass, throws up a tough shot, and it goes.
Jordan's first 2.
23-14.
Peru forgot to help Johnson with the inbound, and Zebras almost got a cheap 5-second call.
5.5 to play first half. High on the left side is Mosier. Now to Gardner in the lane, kicks it out to a wide-open Lester. Nice form, jumper way off the mark, but there's the putback by Peru, no good. And now Reinhold with the rebound. No look pass to Brady Perez. Brady, left-hand layup is good. Timeout, Peru to 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts facility. Learn self-defense, get in shape, and have fun in the process. Master instructor Dave Colger and his crew welcome all new students of all skills and rank. Come learn from the best. Come learn how to defend yourself. Come and enjoy the excitement of martial arts from Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Now offering a birthday party special with a night of Taekwondo fun for you and up to 20 of your closest friends.
5:07 to play in the first half. Peru up 23-16, and after the Peru timeout, it'll be Tiger basketball going to our right. Lester will look to get it in.
Zebra's going to set up 1-2-2, 3/4 court, I think. Yep. 1, 2, 2, 3/4 court trap.
Mosier to Johnson. To Lester. Layup. Good.
Lester's got 10, and they've all come from inside, not just 5 feet, inside 3 feet.
I like him.
Yeah.
Wood, 15-footer, left side of the floor, no good. And the rebound to Majors, and Austin Utter is going to pick up a foul for over the back.
And second.
Yep, and then from here on out, Peru now will shoot free throws, I believe. No,
I think it's
maybe
just
just
sixth.
fifth. Okay, team sixth. Yep.
Sixth.
4:49 to play. Rochester back in that 1-2-2. Majors, just a freshman for Peru. Crosses the timeline against the trap. Now to Johnson. Johnson dribbles away from the track. Crossover dribble. 10-footer is good. Tough shot. He made it look easy.
Yeah, tough matchup. He might want to just back off him because, his threes haven't been close. Maybe just play off and play the drive and send more double teams at him.
11-point lead for Peru. The three is no good. Brady Perez put back on the way is good. 27-18. 4:10 to play in the first half. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Rochester's assistant swim coach Kevin Reaney will be here. And we'll talk about the guys sectional that started last night and will continue tomorrow. Johnson on the right wing, over the top to Majors. Majors thought about a three and passed it up. Now gives to Gardner, and then he is forced a turnover, or Rochester forced a turnover, I should say. Now they run to our left. Wood outside left, now to Utter. Utter feeds down low to Jordan Reinhold. Jordan, leaner off the glass is good. Nice move by the junior, and Rochester's cut the lead to 7.
All 8 points for the Zebras coming from Jordan Reinhold and Brady Perez this quarter, 4 points each.
2-3 zone now by the Zebras. Peru up 27-20. Majors high on the left side, now to Mosier. Mosier holds, dribbles to his right, picks up his dribble after 2 times, throws it to Coach Reinhold on the bench. That's out of bounds. It'll go back to the Zebras. Back in is Howe, and also coming in for the first time for Peru.
I think you're seeing the Zebras try to mix up their defenses to try to keep Peru from getting comfortable. I mean, they'd kind of gotten into a rhythm against the Zebras man-to-man, so trying to get back into this game, trying to make them have to think about what defense they're seeing and slow them down that way.
3:15 to play in the first half. Rochester down by 7. Reinhold dumps down low to Ben Perez. He loses the handle, picked up by Peru. Ben Perez is still down, holding his head, and we're going to have a carry called against the Tigers. And Ben, a little woozy, checking his hand for some blood. There's none there.
Hit his forehead, maybe on the floor. Seems to be.
So he'll come out, and Nye will come in for him. So Rochester going to get it back after the Peru turnover. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Zebras down by 7. Reinhold, nice behind his back dribble at the free throw line. And his pass to the interior is tipped away by Peru. It'll stay with the Zebras out of bounds baseline left. Probably would like to see Jordan just rise up and shoot that from the free throw line.
It's a tough angle to throw that pass unless you're going to lob it to somebody and Ben's not in the game to go get one of those, or bounce pass, but that probably wouldn't have got through either.
Yeah. Wood drives it right hard at the free throw line. Pull up jumper over. Wood is good. Make that over Johnson, and Corbin Wood has his first 2 of the game.
Yeah.
Rochester now within 5.
It's a nice move from Corbin.
Right on. Johnson picks his way through traffic, throws up a tough shot, and it goes. Great body control by Johnson.
Yeah, he's got 11.
29-22. Reinhold goes to the glass. His layup is good. A lot of contact, no foul. Jordan gets 2 more. Back to a 5-point lead. Peru and Johnson picking his way through traffic. They have a top of the key to Howe. Down near side to Crow. Crow holds against 9, the man-to-man defense. Or are we at 2-3? I think we're at 2-3.
Yep. We're in 2-3 zone now.
2:10 to play in the first half. 29-24. Johnson, long jumper, no good. Rebound fought for. It's going to say it's going to go out of bounds on Peru, off of Peru. Back to the Zebras.
Good stop by the Zebras. Followed up with a score here. Cut into this lead. They've done a good job of hanging in there. You could tell they were uncomfortable, and it was about, 9? Down about 9, and they've kept it together.
They've been, Rochester's been down by double digits twice in this quarter, and it's fought back. Reinhold in the paint, rises up from 10, it good.
Yep, that's the move we talked about the last time down the floor, that he had it and passed it up.
Yeah.
8 points this quarter for Jordan.
Rochester has the lead down to 3 with 100 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. In the paint is Lester, his jumper no good. There's Johnson for the putback. It is no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yep. Once again, offensive rebound causing damage there for the Zebras.
Jordan Reinhold just picked up foul number 2.
Yep.
Ben Perez and Deshaun will come back into the game for the Zebras after the first free throw by Jeremiah Johnson. Good news, Stace. He's just a junior thug. First one's no good. Majors and Gardner back in for Peru.
First miss for the Tigers. They were 3 for 3 prior to that point. Zebras have yet to get to the free throw line.
Johnson with one more.
Interesting lineup here with, well, I guess Jordan's still in the game. I thought he was coming out, but he's still in the game. But he just has to play smart here these last 93 seconds.
Yeah. Second one's no good.
Oh, yeah.
And now good block out by Ben Perez. And he's going to catch Lester coming over his back. And that's going to bring Corbin Wood in and probably Jordan out. No, maybe Brady. Yeah, Jordan's going to come out.
Okay. Interesting lineup here. You know, Jordan's got the most experience handling the ball up top and running the offense. You know, who's gonna get the guys into their offense here with this lineup? You know, especially this kind of danger zone. It's a 3-point game with 93 seconds.
Nice on the
that you
bench
want to
too.
hold it for the last shot, but you know you don't want to turn over and give up a breakaway
Yeah.
for a layup either.
Wood in the corner gives off to Utter. Utter against the man-to-man defense, switching man-to-man. Has his ball tipped, but right to Ben Perez. Ben, leaner in the lane, is on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around. Deshaun's put back on the way is no good. And Peru with the rebound. Quickly to Johnson. Johnson, the 1-on-3, crossover dribble, goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot, no good. Utter with the rebound on the minute before. Out to Wood. Corbin Wood will go in for the left-handed layup. It's good, and Rochester within 1 at 29-28 with 56 seconds to play in the first half.
Nice look ahead by the Zebras. You thought they were going to hold it out, and I think Peru did too. And, you know, Utter kept his head up and threw a nice outlet pass to Corbin Wood.
45 seconds. Peru the basketball up by 1. Johnson against Wood. Right side to Gardner. Fakes right, drives left. Out to Johnson for 3 straight away. No good. Rebound by Peru. Peru in the paint. Ball
Good
loose.
hustle.
We're going to have a scrum. And it's going to be tied up. It'll stay with Peru baseline right.
Corbin Wood just making a bunch of hustle plays, as he's done really the second half of the year. But, you know, he's added, 4 points tonight. But that's right there, getting in, rebounding, and keeping the ball alive and getting a tie up. It's going to be Tiger ball here at 29.2.
Gardner will look to trigger it in, baseline right. Gets it into Mosier. Mosier back to Gardner in the right elbow. Pull-up jumper on the way is off the back of the rim. No good, and the rebound to Wood. Corbin Wood rips and runs, slows it up, and hasn't knocked it away from behind. Now outside to Majors. Majors, left-handed layup against Utter is good with 15. Peru back up by 3 with 13. Brady Perez runs with 10. Brady on the right wing with 9. With 8. Gives to Utter with 7. To Wood with 6. Wood in the paint, kicks it out to Utter with 3. 3 on the way, top of the key is off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Peru, that'll do it for the first half. After the first half of play, Peru leads 31-28. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Oh, here it is. You know what you're looking for underneath your truck? I don't, but I know who does. The professional service staff at Shepherd's knows how to fix my vehicle and get me back on the road fast. Schedule your next service appointment online at shepherdsrochester.com. From simple oil changes to major engine repairs, Shepherd's is the only place for me.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argus. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argus. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com. Martial arts have been around for thousands of years. From the King's Royal Guard to the individual, these ancient self-defense techniques have been passed down for generations. Master instructor Dave Colger prides himself on teaching the principles and tenets of Taekwondo, the art of kicking and punching. Honor, integrity, and perseverance are just a few of these tenets. Learn from those who know. Blue Dragon Taekwondo.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester congratulates all of our local sports teams on another great season. Your hard work and dedication has made us all proud. We wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the postseason tournaments. Drive home a victory for your community. We are behind you here at Shepherd's.
got down to double figures a couple times in the second quarter, scratched all the way back, cut it to 3, had a chance at the end of the half to maybe cut that to 1, didn't quite go their way, so they're going to start with the ball here on second half.
But I think you hit the nail on the head right there. They were down twice by 11 points and just kept fighting to get back to 1. So they start the ball in the second half. Ben Perez missed a point blank and rebound to Peru.
I like the start, going to Ben early inside. He had a nice mismatch. He just couldn't quite finish.
Johnson down low, ball tipped away, and the Majors picks it up right at the timeline on the sideline. Brings middle of the key to Gardner. Gardner back to Johnson, the left wing behind the arc. Down low to Lester. Lester in the paint, kicks it outside to Majors. Left side to Gardner. Gardner splits the defense, and his pass is, thrown out of bounds. I thought it was tipped out of bounds by Rochester, but no call by the official that way, and Rochester will get it back after the turnover. 7:20 to play, third quarter, 31-28. Peru with the lead. Rochester the basketball going now to our right. Entry pass to Ben Perez. Kicks it out to Utter. Utter straight away. Now drives it left to the elbow. Now to Reinhold. Jordan against the defense. Out to Utter high on the left side. Now to Brady Perez between the rings. Brady holds against the man-to-man defense. Takes Howe to the left. Now hands off to Reinhold. Looks to the Utter behind the arc on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Brady Perez. Brady, right wing pass to Reinhold. Jordan holds against Howe. Now backs it out and resets for Rochester with 6:45 to play in the third quarter to Brady Perez. Brady can't dribble, I don't believe. Now to Reinhold on the right wing. Reinhold looking down low to Utter, lobs it into Austin. It's taken away by Howe and the Peru Tigers. Howe near side to Majors. Now to Jeremiah Johnson. His floater is no good, and Nye picks up the loose ball rebound and gives to Reinhold. Jordan pushes right side of the floor. Jordan crossover dribble, goes to the paint. Leaner on the way is blocked, but I believe we're going to have a foul. The Zebras are making on the Tigers' Gardner, and Jordan Reinhold will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras.
Yeah, nice move by Jordan. Zebras showing some patience there, which isn't. I think Coach Reinhold would love to keep this game in. Lower the scoring game is, the better it favors the Zebras. So had some patience there on that last possession. Just kind of got caught in between on that lob pass. Got another stop down here. Finally forced Johnson right. He's not nearly as effective going to his right. Came back attacking down at the other end of the floor, and Jordan goes to the free throw line. First free throw attempt by the Zebras for the game is good.
How many times have we talked it is really hard to play defense for 30 to 45 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy to do, and usually you get really good looks when that happens.
Reinhold's second one, no good this time, and the rebound to the Tigers. 1 for 2 on that trip for Jordan, proved right by 2. Johnson against the double team, out to Howe. Howe has his entry pass kicked away. It'll be out of bounds to Peru, baseline left. Rochester's final game of the regular season is Tuesday night here at home with Covenant Christian. That's a 1-year-only game because North Judson's kind of screwed up their scheduling a little bit. You heard Coach Reinhold say that in the pregame show. So it sounds like Judson will be back on the schedule again next year. Howe left wing.
One-year deals are always nice when it's home game.
Right.
Especially going there, you don't have to make that trip with DeMott.
Yeah, right. Howe loses the basketball on the way up. Picked up by Utter. He pushes ahead to Nye. Nye around the defense, middle of the floor. Now the right elbow to Brady Perez. 3 right wing, and the lead is no good. And the rebound of Johnson.
Fouls the shot. I think he's got a rebound.
And Jacob Nye just picked up the foul. 40 feet away from the basket on the reach-in.
His team's first.
And that's going to bring Fuller back into the game for the Tigers.
You know, we talked about John Garrett, local legend, being in the stands. As I look across, I see former head coach Basil Malby across the way.
Really?
Yeah. Over there in the second row in the black travel suit. Longtime coach, ton of respect for him. He taught briefly at Rochester High School, and out of coaching now. He'd bounced around a little bit. He had been at Taylor. He went to Indianapolis area. I think this may be his first year of not coaching anywhere.
Floater on the way is no good, and Ben Perez is going to pick up the foul. It's going to send Gardner to the line to shoot 2.
Ben's first, team second. Gardner.
Good.
Gardner 1 for 1 from the line so far.
Last I knew, Basil, I think, lived up here.
He's got a house on the lake, I think, still.
That's right.
Yep.
Gardner at the line for 2. First one is good, and the senior will have one more. 3-point lead now for the Tigers at 32-29. 5:17 to play in the third quarter. Gardner will have one more for Peru. Eyes the second one, and it's good again. 33-29. Reinhold brings it up the floor. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Reinhold against Gardner. Works to the right side of the floor behind the three-point line on the wing. Now to the free throw line. Backs it out. Entry pass is taken away by Majors. Peru runs to our left. Cross lane pass to Gardner is no good. The putback by Lester is good.
Lester's got 12.
35-29. Jordan loses the basketball. Ball loose. Peru picks it up. Gardner has it. Ball loose again. Now Ben Perez has it. His layup is no good, but a foul coming on Fuller, and that's going to send Ben Perez to the line to shoot two.
Yep, Fuller's first, team second. Ben going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He's got 6 points, all of which came in the first quarter. Didn't get too many looks at all in the second. They tried to get the ball back to him a couple times here in the third quarter.
Brady Perez was trying to take the bottom block away from the Peru Tigers, and the official's like, no, you can't do that. You got to let Peru down there. Free throw by Ben is no good. Back into the game is Mosier, and Gardner will come out. Tony Stasiak, I'm David Musselman. 4:44 to play in the third. The Peru Tigers lead 35-29, and Ben Perez on the line for one more. Ben's second one, no good again, and the rebound to Peru. Lester clears to Johnson. Tigers run to our left. Johnson middle of the floor against Rochester's 2-3 zone, out to Majors high on the left side. Majors, his entry pass kicked out of bounds by Reinhold. It'll stay with the Peru Tigers as Corbin Wood comes back in, and Utter will sit.
After not getting to the free throw line at all in the first half, the Zebras have gotten there 4 times here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Problem is they've only made one of those 4 attempts.
Yeah. Fuller triggered in right in front of his bench. Gives to Johnson. Johnson works hard to the left. Fall away jumper off the glass is good.
He's pretty automatic when he goes left.
Smooth.
When they forced him right, he's not nearly as comfortable, and I don't think he's made a shot going to his right, but he's been automatic going to his left.
37-29, lead back to 8 for the Peru Tigers. Brady Perez deny. Hands off to Brady between the rings. Works against Johnson now, the man-to-man defense. With 4 minutes to play in the first third quarter, that is. Reinhold, 3, left wing, short. Rebound to Fuller and Peru. Fuller then off of his foot under the basket for Rochester. Now they're going to have to hurry. They get it across to Mosier. Jump pass near side to Fuller. He gives back to Majors. 3:45 to play in the third quarter, 37-29. Val, do you have a Southwood Northfield score?
Yeah, Northfield 38, Southwood 31 at half. Southwood has to win to share.
Mosier for 3. Mosier for 3 pushes the lead back to 11 for Peru, and Rochester will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts facility. Learn self-defense, get in shape, and have fun in the process. Master instructor Dave Colger and his crew welcome all new students of all skills and rank. Come learn from the best. Come learn how to defend yourself. Come and enjoy the excitement of martial arts from Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Now offering a birthday party special with a night of Taekwondo fun for you and up to 20 of your closest friends.
By Mosier was their first and pushed the lead to double digits.
And also their first bench points of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, a couple quick scores. Triton 34, Valley 18, end of the third quarter. Winnemac 35, Pioneer 27 at half. Winnemac must win that game to stay in contention for the Hoosier North, and Kyle Johnson would get his 100th win if he can win that game. Northfield 38, Southwood 31 at half. Thanks to Val.
38-31.
38-31, yep.
Peru steals the basketball from over the top. Lester, jump pass outside to Mosier. 3 on the way is no good this time. Nye with a rebound. Rochester runs down by 11. Nye, middle of the floor. Down low to Wood. Corbin at the elbow, down to Nye. Nye in the baseline, back to Brady Perez. He'll fire a 3 from downtown. It's good.
Brady in double figures with 10.
Lead is cut to 8. Austin Utter will come into the next opportunity for the Zebras. Rochester. Are we running a box and 1? No, maybe not.
No.
Looks like that Wood was chasing Mosier. Johnson floater is good. There you go. Goes left, puts it in for 2.
Yep. He's got 15.
Lead back to 10 for Peru. Nye has his entry pass taken away by Lester. Lester backs it out, and then it accelerates around Nye, crosses the timeline to the right wing, now middle of the floor outside of Majors. Majors directs traffic at the volleyball line, middle of the floor. Bounce pass to Johnson. Turnaround jumper in the lane is good. Split the double team, or split the 2 up top in the 2-3 zone, and Johnson then was wide open.
Yep. Zebras back down 12 again.
Reinhold going to the basket. Was he fouled on the shot? Nope. It'll be out of bounds as the official here on the top end of the key said he was on the drive, so it'll be out of bounds to Rochester as Leininger and Utter back into the game. Nye and Ben Perez will check out.
Fouls on Fuller, his second team's third.
2 minutes to play, third quarter. Rochester trailing by 12 here at home. Brady Perez on the right wing. Travels. Kind of got the ball caught on his hip.
Yep.
And it's going to give it back to Peru.
Zebras have their pretty much all guard lineup. See if they try to get some pressure, some traps, do something here to kind of get back into this 12-point lead as they still looks, I guess, like a 2-3, maybe a little bit higher, more extended 2-3.
Majors on the left wing. Back to Johnson, right side of the floor. Johnson holds the Tigers. Dribbles to the corner to Lester, out to Johnson. Fall away jumper from 18 feet, it's no good. Landing with the rebound, gives out to Brady Perez. Brady Perez rises up in the lane, his shot no good, and the rebound to Lester, and a helter-skelter play is going to give Brady Perez a foul.
It just didn't look very comfortable. It's one Brady probably should have just kept and tried to finish on his own.
Yep.
And then probably a frustration foul, and the shot that he finally gets the ball back and takes doesn't go anywhere near where he wants. Then it picks up a cheap foul.
So Brady Perez comes out of the game, and back in is Zach DeShawn. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. A minute 25 to play, third quarter. Mosier skip pass across the lane to Johnson. He drives. Layup is good again.
He's got 8 in this quarter.
His first step is explosive.
8 in this quarter, 19 for the game.
Reinhold on the left side of the floor, middle of the floor now. Spinner at the free throw line. No look pass to Utter. Austin backs it out to DeShawn. Zach now near side to Wood. Wood inside the three-point line. Gives Majors an elbow in the eye. Gives out to Leininger. And now we're going to have an official timeout. And Woods, I think, took one right in the chops.
Interesting
Coach,
that they...
Coach Williams giving the official the what for here right in front of us.
Yeah. I would think if you have to... If they stop it, I would say you should have to come out for that. If they stop the game because of your injury, you can't just stay on the floor and say, I'm good, especially when the offense has the ball and you're on defense.
And so you're right. Gardner comes in for him. Rochester, the basketball right in front of their bench. Wood gets it into Reinhold with 50 seconds to play. 46-32, Peru here late in the third quarter. Jordan outside to Wood. It looks baseline to Utter. Austin with it against Lester with 40. Couple of dribbles to his left. Now against a smothering man-to-man defense. Gets it out to Reinhold. About 35 feet away from the basket. Now with 30 seconds. Gives it to Sean. Now to Leininger with 29. Liam back to DeShawn. Near side to Reinhold with 26. Back to DeShawn with 25. Bounce pass is taken away by Lester. Lester, layup. The ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by DeShawn. Nice recovery by Zach DeShawn.
Yeah, because he really telegraphed that pass, but great hustle by DeShawn to stay in it. You get a pretty good block.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be an easy two for the Tigers.
He might have been sizing up his steps for a dunk.
I thought that as well.
Yeah, good hustle by Zach to stay in the play and knock it away.
Gardner baseline right with 17.6 to play in the third. No look pass to Lester. His layup is no good, but a foul over the back on Fuller. Going to go back to Rochester. Boy, that's a first point blank that Peru's missed.
Yeah. Especially from Lester.
Yeah.
That's his first miss from almost anywhere. It's certainly inside 5 feet.
14 and a half to play in the third. 46-32 Peru. Reinhold jogs it across the timeline with 10. Jordan drifts to his right with 8. Jordan behind his back dribble with 6. Now gives to Wood with 3. Wood, jump stop, rises up with 1 off the glass, no good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3, the Zebras down by 14 at 46-32. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argus. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argus. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
Are the other guys offering you less than you expect for your trade-in? At Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, they trade your way, offering you top dollar for your trade-in vehicle. Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd's prides themselves on giving you the highest amount possible for your trade. If someone is giving you less than you expect, come out to Shepherd's and give them the opportunity to find a deal that works for you. Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way.
School, where the Peru Tigers lead the Zebras 46-32. It'll be Peru basketball starting the fourth final period. As Johnson will be with the basketball now to Majors. Nye, Wood, Deshawn, Reinhold, and Utter on the floor for Rochester.
Zebras have come back from double digits deficits a couple times already this game. Let's see if they've got one more left in them.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something here as they foul Lester on the entry pass. It'll be out of bounds, baseline right.
Fouls on Zach Deshawn. His first. One of the big stats of the game to this point, Austin Utter scoreless.
And he just grabbed the entry pass and was fouled by Peru.
That's on Fuller. That's his fourth.
Good call.
Yeah. Yeah, Utter scoreless is kind of a big stat. You got Nye with 3, Reinhold with 9, Brady with 10, Ben with 6, Corbin with 4. Of course, we just had a 4-point third quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, we went 12 in the first, 16 in the second, and then 4. So
7:40 to play in the game. Peru up by 14.
Jeremiah Johnson leads all scorers with 19.
I would think so. Nye to Deshawn, out to Reinhold, back to Deshawn. Zach hands off to Corbin Wood, left elbow, now to Nye. 3, left wing, short, and the rebound to Johnson. Johnson pushes for the Tigers up by 14. Johnson behind his back dribble, works to the right side, goes to the basket, float on the lane, is good again. Where is this cat going if he's 6'3"?
Anywhere he wants, especially being left-handed.
Yeah.
And I still think, small NAIA level, I think he'd have a shot as he continues to develop his game. He's going to have an outside shot. That's probably the next step because everything he's done is on the drive.
Yeah.
And to get to the next level, he's going to have to get a jumper, but very impressive.
Jordan's fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I remember his story when he was a freshman talking to Coach Metcalf down there, and he had grown up in Chicago, and family was concerned about getting him out of there and moved in with some relatives or whatever here in the Peru area. That's how he got here.
Well, they went about one town, 2 first south.
You think? Yeah.
Jordan Reinhold to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras. 48-32 Peru. 6:50 to play in the game. The first one's good for the juniors. Ben Perez and Brady Perez comes back into the game. Well, I asked you earlier in the night, Stace.
Yeah.
Your 2 picks.
Subject to change, but I'll tell you what, right now, I was thinking this week, I'm taking Louisville at this point. The way they're defending and their floor
And?
Of course, my heart wants to say the Irish.
Oh, okay. I didn't figure you'd go there. Second one's no good. Rebound to Johnson.
Duke's awful scary, and Carolina's got everything you'd want. I don't know. It's going to be crazy to pick. It's all going to be matchups, and who can.
I saw that Duke and I can't remember who else was like 7-1 odds, and that was the best odds. Brady Perez, left-handed layup, good. 48-35, 6.5 to play in the game. Rochester in a 2-2-1. I really figured I'd hit Zags.
Boy, I'd love to. I mean, I've been a fan of the Zags just since this run started in the 90s. But it's just But that's the thing. Everybody's got one major flaw, like Gonzaga. Are they playing enough competition? I think they have the best talent they've had, but does their conference schedule prepare them for a 6-game run in the tournament? Does Duke have a point guard that can make plays when the tournament heats up? Does Louisville have enough outside shooting? Does Carolina put it together and have that kind of killer instinct? Louisville or Villanova, they're missing a big guy, Ochefku, graduate. I mean, everybody seems to have like one major flaw. It's going to be crazy to watch it again.
Mosier hits a 3 and pushes the lead to 16 at 51-35. The Kentucky Wildcats were the other team that they were favored to win.
Yeah, I mean,
Reinhold fouled the drive. That'll send him to the line to shoot one in the bonus.
it's hard to believe they've kind of had a quiet year at Kentucky. I mean, a lot of freshmen. Same thing there. How are they going to respond in the one and done in the tournament?
Yeah. So going to the line.
And I know I've got somebody down in West Lafayette that's pretty geeked up about the Boilers. And
they're playing well.
Especially tomorrow. That's a big game. Sparty and Purdue tomorrow at 4. And the way the Purdue guards have shot the ball, and of course you have as much size as anybody in the country as Oz and Swanigan. I mean, that's same thing there. It's going to come down to matchups and those kinds of things. I would not want to. I'll tell you what. I would not want to seed this thing. It's going to be tough enough to pick it, but seeding will, and where people are sent will as much impact as the talent that they have or don't have.
Reinhold misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Rebound to Peru. Mosier jump pass to the near side to Howe. He goes to the basket hard, blocked by Ben Perez. Going to be called for the contact. It'll send Howe to the line to shoot 2 with 5:44 to play in the game.
Ben second, team 6. So both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Did I hear Swanigan has had 4 consecutive 20-20s?
Yeah, he's got.
It's crazy.
He's got as many double-doubles as anybody.
Free throw is good by Howe. He'll have one more. Jay Billis today said Northwestern is in.
I think so.
Second one is good again.
I think so.
First time ever.
Yeah, that's the trivia question that win you a lot of bets. Of all the Power 5 conferences, they are the only school that has not ever made the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I wouldn't known that.
Yeah.
18-point lead right now for the Tigers with 5.5 to play in the game. Reinhold crossover dribble, goes to the paint. Cut off by the defense. Now to Wood. He goes to the baseline. He throws up a tough shot. It's short. Johnson with the rebound. Jeremiah pushes for the Tigers, up by 18. Left side to Mosier, who's hit 2 threes in this basketball game tonight. Over the defense to Majors. Majors left side to Mosier. Mosier at the free throw line. No look pass to Howe. Peru just running some clock now here with 3 minutes gone in the final quarter. By 18 at 53-35.
Yeah, we heard Coach Thompson talk about the pregame about their inability to hold leads. We'll see. I mean, he probably hasn't had too many games with a 20-point lead.
Yeah, I was going to say it's 20 now as Lester just put it in from 2 from 10 feet. Wood, lob pass to Reinhold. Now to Nye. Goes to the basket. Jacob fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Lester's third. Team 8th. Quiet scoring night for Jake. He hit that 1-3 early in the first quarter. Really hadn't taken any shots since then either.
Yep. Senior night, Tuesday night here at Rochester High School against Covenant Christian. I don't even know their nickname. Do you?
Crusaders.
I like it.
I don't know.
We'll go with that. Free throw for Nye is good.
Do you know Covenant Christian's nickname by chance? I'm guessing Crusaders. Cougars?
Cougars?
Cougars. Okay.
You don't doubt to know either.
Is it?
Is it Cougars?
You're going to doubt him?
Like second one for Nye. Like it's good again.
Like we can doubt anybody having anything here.
55-37 Peru, 4:40 to play in the game. No look pass to Lester. Lester on the baseline. Out to Johnson. Left side to Mosier. To Howe, back to Johnson. Johnson just inside the 3-point line. 18-footer's good. And it's back to a 20-point lead for Peru.
23 now for Mr. Johnson.
4:15 to play in the basketball game. Wood kicks it out to Nye. Jake, no look pass, backdoor to Ben Perez, and it's in for 2.
Senior to senior, good feed by Jake. Wait, that good things happen when you keep your head up.
Lester to the basket, hard finger roll in front of the rim, it goes.
Lester's got 14.
Rochester will use a timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Martial arts have been around for thousands of years. From the King's Royal Guard to the individual, these ancient self-defense techniques have been passed down for generations. Master instructor Dave Colger prides himself on teaching the principles and tenets of Taekwondo, the art of kicking and punching. Honor, integrity, and perseverance are just a few of these tenets. Learn from those who know. Blue Dragon Taekwondo.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Rochester's timeout. They'll have the basketball going to all right. I believe Rochester has, what, one left?
Yes.
Okay. Tony Stasiak, I'm David Musselman. Dan Clark, a few minutes away from wrestling for the first time tonight in the state finals in Indianapolis. Hopefully, if we're still on the air, we'll bring you his results. Ben Perez rises up, fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
That's a final. Triton 56, Valley 35.
Wow, 20
Triton
points.
on a roll.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they beat LaVille before us and then came back to beat us on Tuesday. Ben's first one is good as it rolls around and falls through. Zach Deshawn in, and Utter will check out.
Ben makes this. It'll be the third Zebra in double figures. Jordan Reinhold with 10, Brady Perez with 12.
And his free throw is no good. Jeremiah Johnson clears the board and runs. Johnson against the half-court trap. Skip pass is tipped out of bounds by Reinhold. It'll stay with Peru right in front of the scorer's table, going to our left.
Yeah, obviously down 19 Zebras at the point of no return here. You got to sell out, even makes or misses. Got to try to create something, turn your defense into offense.
3.5 to play in the game. 19-point lead for Peru. And Jordan Reinhold's going to pick up a foul, and that's going to send Jeremiah Johnson to the line for one of the bonus. Softball season starts tomorrow.
Well, travel softball?
Yeah.
The high school season's
March 6th.
Because track started this week.
Yes.
Yeah, softball's the 6th, and baseball's the week after that.
1 week? Okay.
Too bad it's not starting this upcoming week for softball.
Get outside.
Yeah.
Free throw's no good, but Johnson with the rebound. He puts it back up in the lane, and it goes. And it's a 21-point lead, biggest of the night for Peru at 61-40. Lester takes away entry pass away. Boy, I like him.
Yeah. I don't remember him. You know, some of these guys, he's a senior, and some of these guys that have been around, you kind of recognize him, but maybe he just had a great offseason or something, but I do not remember him at all.
3 minutes to play in the game. 61-40. Peru with the lead. Majors outside now to Johnson. Johnson drifts to his left against Rochester's trap. Mosier now on the left baseline.
You know, one team I don't think I'm going to have to worry about picking in the tournament is the Hoosiers.
Right on.
I think
they have gone south quickly. Shot no good. The putback by Peru is no good, and I believe Lester was fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
And if they don't right the ship, I think the NIT might be questionable. I mean, what's it, 4 in a row they've lost now? Fouls on Wood, his third, team's 8th.
Now the question is Crean going to make it?
Yikes.
I mean,
NC State job's open now. I've heard some speculation that they may, but...
You said NC State?
Yeah.
Yeah. First one's good for Lester. He'll have one more. Second one, no good. Ben Perez rises up, grabs the board, and loses the basketball. Stolen by Jeremiah Johnson, and before the shot, he's going to be fouled in the lane. He'll go to the line to shoot one of the bonus.
Yep. That's Ben's third team night.
So Johnson back at the line to shoot two.
Should have Notre Dame, Purdue, Butler, Valpo. in the tournament.
Valpo because they'll win their conference, or because they're in that large.
I think yeah. Put it this way, you're in those mid-majors. You better win your conference just to be sure.
Yeah. Johnson makes the first free throw. He'll have one more. Second one is good for the junior. As Crow and Gardner comes back in, Lester and Jeremiah Johnson comes out. I believe this is the first time all night Johnson's been off the floor, I think.
He's earned it. He's got 27.
4:40 to play in the game. 64-40.
Not sure if Peru has a game tomorrow night.
I don't know
double
that either.
weekend. Probably not, I would think. Not
Well, I
many
know they got
guys'
another
games.
conference game. Liam Leininger throws out of bounds. It'll go back to the Tigers as Carter Hooks will come in for the first time tonight. And Hooks will replace Ben Perez, who is done. And Peru empties their bench. 2.5 to play in the game. Peru by 24. Peru's going to improve their mark to 9-11, and Rochester's going to slip to 4-16 with 1 to go on Tuesday night.
Winnemac 45, Pioneer 40, end of the third.
Pass down a little Fuller, misses the point-blank shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back, blocked out of bounds by Utter. It'll stay with Peru.
Let's see.
Alex Onafield will come in
Yeah.
here shortly. Trying to get the proof schedule for you. Gardner lobs it in. Stolen by Leininger. Liam Leininger, right-handed layup, no good, but a foul coming on the Tigers. That's going to send Leininger, the junior, to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on Trevor, Crow.
Yeah.
Leininger, go to the line to shoot 2.
Peru plays North Miami on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then on the 24th, which would be Friday, they play Wabash.
Okay.
And then they could play Tuesday in the sectional. Yowza. Leininger's free throw is good. Did you see where Oak Hill was ranked this week?
No.
Number 1.
Really? It's, I mean, from the perspective of the teams that we've seen, of course, Oak Hill guys scrimmage them, but you got Oak Hill, Cass, Southwood. Northfield's going to be dangerous.
I wouldn't want to play Manchester.
Right. Manchester's feeling good. It's at Oak Hill, so they get the advantage of hosting that. But, yeah, it's draw. A lot of always anxious coaches, but especially for that because
Onafield make that to Sean to the rebound with a minute 50. Gives to Leininger. 64-41 Peru with a minute 45 to play in the game. Nye, left wing, drives it hard to the right. Going to be fouled on the shot. Whew, I thought that was going to be a tie-up, but Nye will go to the line to shoot 2.
As you saw in the girls sectional, you had Oak Hill that had to beat an injured, depleted Cass team, and then Southwood. On the other side of the bracket, you had Rochester, Northfield, Manchester, Wabash.
Yeah.
So no doubt Oak Hill was the fresher of the two teams heading into that Saturday night.
And Wabash just about got him.
Yeah.
Nye for 2. First one for the senior. Good.
Jake, 2 for 2 already in this quarter now, making 3 for 3. 6 points on the night.
If Nye hits this, Jacob Good will come in for him with a minute 43 to play in the game. 64-42 Peru. Second one for Nye is good again. So Nye is done and Good is in.
He was going to regroup, refocus, and try to send those seniors out in style. Jake Nye, Zach Deshawn, and Ben Perez out with a win on their last time on this court Tuesday night against Covenant Christian.
That's a 6 o'clock tip, I believe. It might be 6:30. That's a different time over there. Is it 6:30?
Yeah. Covenant's coming from the Central Time Zone, so 6:30 start.
Minute and a half. And a foul on the Peru travel on the Peru Tiger. Away by the Tigers. And the Tigers lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to Peru. So the Zebras will have it right in front of their bench with a minute 18 to play in the game. Down by 21 at 64-43. Good gets the inbounds pass from Leininger. He'll cross the timeline. Works to the left side. Jacob Good to the Carter Hooks to the near side. Carter Hooks one dribble to his left. Now looks backdoor. Pass taken away by the Tigers. And then that pass taken away by Hooks. Minute to play. Deshaun across the timeline left. Crossover dribble. Picks up his dribble at the 3-second line. Or the 3-point line. Out of Deshaun. To Hooks with 42. Out to Good. Right side to Onafield with 40. To Deshaun behind the arc on the left wing with 35. Drives it hard to the left baseline. Ball kicked out to Hooks. He loses the basketball. And all the way to the other end of the floor is Big Green. Shot no good. Rebound to Peru in the paint. Ball loose again. Onafield picks it up. Into Leininger with 17. To Jacob Good. Good. Right-handed layup is high off the glass and in.
Might be Jake Good's first varsity points.
Peru will take a timeout just long enough to get kids in.
All-Star game this weekend. NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
That to look forward to Sunday night. Daytona this weekend?
I think that's right as well.
Yeah.
Durant and Westbrook on the floor at the same time?
I don't know.
10 seconds.
Glad I don't have to make that call.
Yeah. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that'll do it. The final here at Rochester High School, the Tigers defeat the Zebras 64-45. The post-game show coming up next, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.